Hey Norseman, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Nathan.
And welcome to this week's Norseman Newsflash. Powder puff season is right around the corner. Practice starts January 8th. Make sure to have your physicals before then. Have any questions? See Oscar.
Now to this week's story.
The holiday season is known for being spent with family, as most people are off of work and students don't have school. But for high school seniors, this time is spent doing something else. For many major colleges, applications are due right in the middle of the holiday season, and the work they require only adds stress to difficult classes.
I've applied to 12 colleges, all UC, CSU, and private.
I'm thinking of one of the UC schools, like UCSD would be really cool to go to. That's what I've been looking at for a while.
I think students who have a particular outcome in mind, the student who says, if I don't get into UCLA, I'll just die. It's always been my lifelong dream, and that's a great dream to have, but when only 7% of the kids that apply actually get in, that creates an incredible level of stress for students that have a particular university or a particular outcome that they feel like they need to get.
I would say it takes almost like 3 hours, because just having to write all the personal questions and like answer all the questions, and making sure you get your parents' information if you need like financial aid or stuff like that. The process itself, I think they made it pretty easy and user-friendly, because of the fact that you can submit one application for all the UC schools, one for all the CSUs, and the common app for all the private schools. So I think that's a great thing that they did. Made it easier for high school kids.
I think the colleges are trying to find ways to get to know the person a little bit more, maybe than they did 5-10 years ago, when it was all about, what'd you get in it, what class did you take, what grades did you get, what SAT score do you have.
Even if you're not a senior, you can still prepare for college applications.
I've looked at essay prompts and stuff. I haven't really begun brainstorming on what I should write. So as far as tests goes and essays, that's all I have planned. I have gone to several college fairs to see what kind of schools I want to go to.
Be realistic, set high goals, but don't let that high goal, if you can, don't let that high goal drive you, crazy trying to get to it. I think choose your classes wisely, challenge yourself appropriately, because so many people feel like they have to take all the honors and they have to take all the AP or they won't get that great outcome.
I think to make the college application process a little easier would be, instead of cramming it all over Thanksgiving break, I could spread it out over the year.
Don't live the myth that freshman year doesn't count, number one, because freshman year counts big time in terms of classes that you'll complete and grades that you'll earn. Don't wait, because if you want to get a positive outcome in the college admissions process, it's going to rely on quality work over 4 years. So get busy sooner than later.
College applications are a difficult but important process for seniors planning their future. It definitely is a lot of work, but it pays off in the end. For underclassmen, remember to start searching now and make the process easier. From the Saga Network, this is Alex Bobroff.
From San Diego, California, all the way to the lands of Europe, Dublin, Holyhead, North Wales, London, and Paris, Valhalla High School students will be experiencing a fantastic trip to these places. To learn more about this journey, we've interviewed the following staff members of Valhalla High School who happen to be some of the leaders of this trip.
EF Tours, the Europe trip that we're taking, and it is a program that students can sign up online. They just have to search for my group, and if there's questions about what my group number is, students are welcome to come see me and continue.
Right now, the trip for this spring break is about, I think, less than 100 days away. So if somebody's interested in this trip to Ireland and England and France, they better get registered right away. The best way to get it is to go to Mr. Elliott's room. He's got the site that you go on, and you can put a deposit down to hold your spot and then pay monthly, but we're running out of months. You have to have your complete price paid 30 days before they leave for spring break. That gives you 9 days of travel, airfare, breakfast and dinner, and hotels and transportation in those 3 different countries.
Traveling the world is often considered a wonderful and opening eye experience. We've also asked our leaders and English teacher Neil Blackwell why they encourage students to take this opportunity to get to know the world they live in even more.
Students gain a lot from traveling. It's an opportunity for them to see the places that they've studied, to experience a new culture, a different culture than that they're used to experiencing here in the United States.
If I were to narrow it down to just a couple of my favorite things, number one, I love nature. And just getting to go out and see the deserts or the mountains or even just different parks and cities across the world. They're just beautiful and so different from what we have here in San Diego.
I think it's important as Americans, or anybody for that matter, to go to other countries, hear other languages, see other things, and just benefit from that.
Young people have to get out and meet new people, hear some new ideas about how they should live their life. And I've told all of my classes every year since I've been a teacher, I learned far more from traveling than I ever did in my high school or even my college courses.
I don't think there's any better investment than travel. So what kids get out of this is almost impossible to explain.
This is Naomi Vasquez from Orange Nation TV signing out.
That concludes our story. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Nathan.
See you next year.